been a while. It's also cold. So the gym, doesn't have heat or air, and that's good. It's snowing outside. Good. See, I put comfort is dangerous over there for a reason. Not because it sounded cool. It's because it's a way to live. Don't get comfortable. That makes you soft. So we're gonna do leg day. I gotta get my notebook out. It's important. Because what I like to do now on Saturdays is like a leg day variation. I already squatted, so now it's time to do some other stuff. Just got to figure out what. Because today is the 31st of January. So that means last week I did front squat. So this week I'm going to do what is called a Zercher squat. And I'll show you what that looks like. Now I gotta back up even further and remember like what I did. Okay, on a Zercher squat, I do 135. That's all. 135. About the same thing for a front squat. That's funny. Because they're hard. And if you already know what they are, then you know they're hard. If you don't know what they are, I'll show you why they're hard. So, chilly in here, but it's all good. Gonna also got to read a really long psalm today, so I think we'll do more of. I'll talk about it a little less, because I have to read it a lot more. But to start with, we got to get loose. Like to, especially when it's cold, man, you got to get the joints, some dynamic movements, get the blood flowing, get things ready to move under tension, under pressure. Normally I wear shorts when I do lower body things, but it's about 30 degrees, so shorts might be detrimental to keeping, the heat and the blood flow going the right way. So we're not going to do that. It's okay, nothing wrong with pants, they're cool. Sweatpants are my favorite. A lot of people already know that. A lot of people think it's pretty lame. But when you get to a certain age, you really don't care what people think. You just want to be comfortable. So keep the main thing, right? I gotta be comfortable because I gotta move the weights, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. Now I gotta find stuff because I've been too busy to come out here and make videos lately. I've had to work out elsewhere to stay on track. But again, a lot of movements to get the blood flow, get things moving. No, I don't know a lot about kettlebells. I know there's people out there that are professional kettlebellers. It's kind of weird. But I just think it's kind of it reminds me of when I was a kid and yo-yos were cool. That's kind of what it reminds me of, watching professional kettlebellers. It's okay, you flip it around and do all these little tricks. Okay, great. You can spin a yo-yo around, big deal. But, to each their own, I guess. I guess they're strong in their own little way. Emphasis on little. Kind of reminds me of skateboarding too. Although in this case, something I say positively, it reminds me of the techie skateboarders. I'm always impressed by guys like that. They can stay in one spot and just do all these crazy tricks. Never cared too much for the yo-yo thing, but tech skaters will blow your mind. All right. and twisting, putting your body in weird shapes. It's all about moving. Because what I normally do is try to set myself up for the next workout by setting it up on the last workout. Didn't happen. All right, let's see. Psalm 69, we're already up to there, which means we're getting close to halfway. That's pretty cool. So this one's a long one. I think I know, because I looked, 36 verses. And at one point in my life, I had it memorized, believe it or not. It says, "Save me, O God, for the waters are come unto my soul. I sink in deep mire where there is no standing. I am come into deep waters where the floods overflow me. I am weary of my crying. My throat is dried. Mine eyes fail while I wait for my God." So that's a typical David psalm, right? A little bit of whining, a little bit of crying, a little bit of woe is me. This is a Zosher squat. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it out of there better. Also, these are too high. You can get pretty low on a Zosher squat. That was loud, I'm sure. My bad. Didn't mean to blow out your eardrums there. So some being upset, and generally we already know why, right? He's upset, usually because somebody is coming after him. Here we go. "They that hate me without a cause are more than the hairs of mine head." So it's a lot of people this time. "They that would destroy me, being my enemies wrongfully, are mighty. Then I restored that which I took not away." Okay, that's clumsy old English. We don't talk like that. So I guess I do need to explain that. He's saying that these people are coming after him. I hate having to interpret English, but it's whatever. He gave things back to people that he never took from them in the first place. Got it? Got it. Good. "Oh God, thou knowest my foolishness, and my sins are not hid from thee." He doesn't always put that into these psalms, so he does here, and I'm glad, but I already know he's never in the shorter ones in the past making himself out to be perfect. But they're short and sweet to a point. So here, it's a longer psalm. He makes sure to emphasize, hey, I know I'm a sinner. I know I do things. So he's not saying like he's perfect, of course, and these other people are just all bad and he's all good, but it's the situation. He's right and they're wrong. Okay, "Let not them that wait on thee, O Lord God of hosts, be ashamed for thy sake. Let not those that seek thee be confounded for thy sake, O God of Israel. Because for thy sake I have borne reproach. Shame has covered my face. I am become a stranger unto my brethren, and an alien unto my mother's children." How come he doesn't say my siblings? My mother's children don't like me. That's hilarious. Oh, I've been there. "For the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up, and the reproaches of them that reproached thee are fallen upon me. When I wept and chastened my soul with fasting, that was to my reproach. I made sackcloth also my garment, and I became a proverb to them. They that sit in the gate speak against me, and I was the song of the drunkards." So you see how he's been catching a lot of flack for whatever stance he took for God. So he's wanting to make sure, and he already knows, and you already know, and I already know, God is always moving and working. just that, not on our schedule, when we want it. And if I would say, sometimes I look at things that Christians go through and complain and whine about, and I'm just like, what is your deal? Why is that even a thing? But this would definitely be one where I'm like, yeah, that's me. I see that in me too. Just, I don't know if impatient is the right word, but just like, man, it looks like this would be the right time for God to do something about that thing. And then he does it. And I'm like, so I don't know if I'm more upset because of the impatience part or the fact that I didn't know God good enough to know that wasn't his timing. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, I definitely identify with what he's saying. That you're and you're catching heat for something and thinking God's waiting on God to do something and everything's coming down on you. And because of God's name, not because of you or what you did or your name, because of God and his name and his word. See, we're getting through this thing pretty quick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, those are rough, man. It really gets you. Let's see where we're at with things and stuff. But as for me, my prayer is unto thee, O Lord. Of course, right? No matter what you're going through. God is your only chance, your only option. And really, the more, hopefully, the more you're praying, you're really seeking God's answer and God's timing, not trying to force your will onto God. He says, my prayer is unto thee, O Lord, in an acceptable time, O God, in the multitude of thy mercies. Hear me, and in the truth of thy salvation. He puts the word time in there. I like that. God's time. Deliver me out of the mire, and let me not sink. Let me be delivered from them that hate me, and out of the deep waters. Yeah. Let not the water flood overflow me, neither let the deep swallow me up, and let not the pit shut her mouth upon me. Hear me, O Lord, for thy loving kindness is good. Turn unto me according to the multitude of thy tender mercies, and hide not thy face from thy servant, for I am in trouble. Hear me speedily. Draw nigh unto my soul and redeem it. Deliver me because of my enemies. So he's, like with a lot of Psalms, it's cool when they use kind of the same metaphor throughout. The water, the drowning, the mire, the sinking, the being stuck. He started with that, he comes back to it. And again, pointing out this one more time. God's time. In an acceptable time, hear me. Truth. Salvation. He's not really stating exactly 100% what's going on, but there you go. It almost doesn't matter what is specifically going on, if you think about it. Because we're reading this psalm and we're learning how to handle problems biblically, so that what David's specifically going through is the point here. It's how is he handling it? How is he crying out to God? And then how can we learn how to emulate that same, idea? So, I think we'll do it this way. Keep them short. Part 1. Tune in for part 2. Go out and have a good day if you want to.